Hi, I'm Mama Deborah Fran Baker, and I am going to apologize to all of you for the between vlogs. Part of it is that it got boring, and I was trying to find a way make it less boring. Problem about that is I couldn't because other things came in the way. First, my shift at work changed temporarily. This is something I volunteered for. I work part-time. I work from 9 till 2 in the afternoon, except that for 3 weeks I volunteered to help out the afternoon person by taking her shift, which is 2 to 8. I thought it'd be fine. I'm a night person. I could sleep late. It'd be cool. Didn't like it. I was saying goodbye, not saying hello. A lot of people that I only saw in the mornings, well, I didn't see them. I missed it. And then I got sick, really sick, possibly the flu, but definitely a really, really, really bad cold. So much so I took off 3 days of a week. It was really not good. Then came my other health problems. My stepfather got a cellulitis infection and had to be hospitalized overnight. Then my mother had a minor stroke in the back of her head. So it affected mobility, not anything else. And she got over it, but she was in the hospital for a couple of weeks because they had made her do rehab. Which meant that almost as soon as I was better, barely better, I was driving to New Jersey to take my stepfather home from the hospital where he was visiting my mother. We don't want him to drive. He unfortunately has Alzheimer's. I went back to work, still coughing, still sneezing. And then the holiday started. This is the Jewish month of Tishrei. It ends, well, about an hour. Actually, it ends even sooner. Yep, hour works. Ends about an hour. And it is the month of holidays. To be precise, there are 4 holidays, 2 of which are 2 days long, 3 of which are 2 days long, rather. So that means 7 days of holidays plus this year, because occasionally the holidays overlap Shabbat. This year it didn't. They were all Monday, Tuesday. So this year it was also 4 days of Shabbos, which is a grand total of 10 days of, lots of work. Or rather, no work, but lots of work preparing for them. One night when I had to pick up my stepfather, it was a Thursday night, and my husband had to make the chicken soup I wanted to serve for Rosh Hashanah. He did. It came out really nice. Really, really nice. Holidays have restrictions, not as many as Shabbat, but cooking restrictions and the way my oven itself works means that I want to prepare as much food as I can ahead of time, because I basically cannot use my oven, not for lack of reasons, well, for lack of reasons, but also because my oven won't function in a way that I can use it on a holiday. So I have to do a lot of cooking ahead of time, or plan meals that don't use the oven. I made an elaborate plan for Shoshana because those are the biggest meals, and because I have a really big dinner the first night. And after that, well, I kind of winged it, even though we had guests. One guest was a vegan, and I made a vegan baked ziti for him, but included cheese for those of us who weren't vegan. Another time was my husband's birthday, his Hebrew birthday. His English birthday is a different day, but his Hebrew birthday is always the second day of Sukkot, and he requested fish in a nice sauce, so that's what I served us and our guest. Plus, there's building and unbuilding a sukkah. There's a lot to do. So much so that even though I actually took the first day of the first week of Sukkot off, that's a Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The only day that was actually off was Wednesday. By Thursday, I was shopping. Friday, I was cooking. And also cooking for Shabbos. So, I've been busy. I've been very busy. This is the first full week since the beginning of October. And I plan on making the most of it. So I'm going to switch this around if I possibly can. And we'll take a look at what's inside my planner and see how I coped with the holiday. Answer, by the way, is I barely did. I conscientiously made a weekly layout every week and never looked at it. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Hi. So let's start with the calendar as I have it. This is the unerased front cover of October. Again, I went for a very simple style this year. Still love my acetate here. As you can see, it's, despite all the color, it's fairly bare. That's because holiday, 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 plus Shabbat, lots of candlelighting times, and things that don't matter. I actually managed to park my car such that I didn't have to move it at all until today, which makes me very, very happy. As I said, it was busy, but not busy in ways that I could write down. I didn't have appointments or anything like that. All right, to show that, here is 1st to 6th. That starts on really Tuesday. I list the holiday and the dinner. Nothing on Tuesday night because that was just a night we catch where we can. I wrote it out. I wrote down menu plans and a couple of lists and a mini calendar and never looked at it. Here's a plan for Rosh Hashanah. What to shop for, what I'm serving, beef stew, and lunch was vegan. This was actually for Sukkot because I planned things otherwise. I got rid of that after Rosh Hashanah, which is now gone. Now we have Yom Kippur week. That's, yeah, we did laundry. That's because we don't eat on Yom Kippur, but again, nightfall to nightfall. I wasn't doing anything but, you know, praying. Thursday night was my mother's belated birthday party, so instead of cooking for Sukkot, I went out to New Jersey and drove for 130 miles. I survived, even though I went to work the next day. And then, somewhere in there, we built the sukkah and started celebrating that holiday. Now, this holiday I took off. Again, holiday, day off, I did nothing. Beef stew meant leftovers. And then I shopped and I cooked and I had guests for dinner, and we had Sunday, which is a minor holiday all by itself, and I didn't observe any of this. My guest list for the various holidays. And finally, we have last week, which I got the date wrong because I do. And, you know, I mean, this was a holiday, a major holiday, and I had scrambled eggs for dinner because we got home like at 9 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night, and one more than that. Had to do laundry right afterwards. It's the normal laundry day. Boys means that one of my co-workers, who lives very close to me, asked me if I would pick up her sons at 3:45 in the afternoon and take them to a babysitter. He's paying me in coffee. I don't think I made trout. I think I had leftovers. I know I didn't have London broil. I had chicken because we had so much meat. And whatever. Kind of doing the blog on yesterday. It didn't happen. And this is when things got weird. Because I've been using the same paper from the same company for a couple of years now. And I got another batch from that same company. However, for whatever reason, their dots are slightly further apart than they were for earlier pages. So, These are all 9 squares down with an empty space between them. All of them. These are also 9 squares down, but no empty space. And maybe 2 lines of blank at the bottom. I had, once, when I realized the 2 pages didn't match, I had to start over so they would. I felt better doing that. The reason the different colors is these days are October. No, I did not mark with Halloween. I don't do Halloween. These days are October, and these days are November, and the colors changed. And you can even see that in the little mini calendar down here. I did that on purpose. I enjoy the way this looks, even if I can barely read the menu planning, which I have to change anyway, because my husband wants fish and chicken. This is fine. This is why I write it in pencil. He wants that because we're going out for a steak dinner, hopefully next week, because it's my birthday. Yeah. Starting a daily log here. That's why here, and here's a shopping list. I just made this, I just make the half sheets myself. Use a paper card, go, and then punching the sides if they need to be punched. So this is the November calendar. I decided I was going to double the size of the mini calendar. I like the way that looks. And I wrote November down the side. And here's the thing. Glued 2 pages together. Why? Because I messed this calendar up so many ways at first. I put December here. I didn't count. These are 6 by 6 squares. Again, I had to redo whatever my counting was in the earlier pages. So these are 6 by 6 squares. But this was actually 6 including the header. So it was smaller than this page. And I gave up and did the whole thing all over again by gluing these 2 sides together. It looks fine. Yes, it's still currently kind of bare because things are being planned, but I have my convention for next week. I've already arranged for the time off and mentioned the time change and my birthday and my Hebrew birthday, which I share with my brother, and all the things I need for the coming month. And that's really it. I don't know how I'm going to make this any better. I really, really, really would appreciate any suggestions that you gave me. The comments are, of course, wide open. Thank you very much. Please subscribe if you wish.